to our second English talk show, and we're going to talk about Pope Leo XIV, Exhortation, I think it was, right? Yeah, Exhortation, Dilexi. So, first of all, I want to get a loose of the tension that's here and ask you guys how you're feeling. If you're feeling nervous, anxious, excited.
Well, I can talk for me, but I feel really excited about it because it's my first time being in a talk show, and I hope it's a nice experience for all of us.
It is also my first time experience, so I'm glad to be here because I wanted to practice my English often, so yeah.
So we're very excited to be here, I think, right?
Yeah, I am also very excited, but most of all, I am extremely nervous. I can feel my hands shaking, to be honest.
Okay, so yeah, it's very common to be nervous the first time you're here. You're going to get through that. But second of all, we're going to look at the topic. So it is the exhortation Dilexi. I personally didn't know what an exhortation was before we get this topic. So if any of you want to talk about what an exhortation is, just to anyone that doesn't know and is watching this can get an idea of what it is.
Well, it's a type of a papal document that encourages us Christians to follow a certain path. For example, in this one, we are being called to love the poor and to have more action.
Like your faith in action, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay. And if I'm not wrong, the Dilexi means something about love, I think.
Yeah.
It means I have loved you.
Yeah, it means I have loved you.
I heard one of you said that before.
Also, this phrase was used by Christ when he was referring to a small community of people with very little power, which means that he was emphasizing his love for those who are weaker and, less privileged than him.
So, literally, he loved us. Literally
yeah, both marginalized and, discriminated people. And we can also add that poverty here is a very touched topic, and any of you know what poverty means? Because
well, obviously we know what poverty means, and I think it's the fact that most of our families, most of the family that from our generation, like our parents and grandparents, they were not extremely poor. They were in the streets, but sometimes they had lack of resources like food or clothes or things like that, like toys. They couldn't even have fun when they were kids.
Yeah, everyone has their problems, so
yeah, things like that.
And they don't choose what they want, how they are going to be born as. Like if they don't choose if they want to be homeless, if they want to be rich, they can choose.
Yes, that's the thing. Like people in the streets, especially kids in the street, they don't deserve that because sometimes there are adults that didn't have protection, especially, and the fact that they didn't think about, hey, I'm not going to bring a kid to this world just to make them suffer. So they're in the streets just suffering, and I don't know, it's just really pitiful to see.
My heart brokens every time I see a little kid in the streets, and it just makes me feel so bad. Like, why this is happening? And I see all these rich people going on all around themselves, and I think why he's supposed to become the first trillionaire, if I'm not mistaken, in 2027, and it's like,
why isn't he taking action?
He's going to be a trillionaire.
He will stop world hunger for an entire year.
I mean, I don't think there's a problem with rich people, but their unwillingness to share what they have.
Yes. That's the problem. Like people that have money and just oh, it's for me. Like, I want you. Obviously, when you have money, you want the money. Obviously, you can keep it, but that's not the best thing to do. Like, if you know that there are people that are suffering, you can just ignore the fact that people need your help. Because
there are some millionaires that will have that sense of
empathy,
justice.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like empathy.
Of empathy, and they want to make a change in the world. They will donate to many foundations along the year.
Yes, and some even create foundations themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. It was, I think, Dolly Parton, the country music singer. You know, I think it was her.
Swift.
No,
Beyonce?
No, I think her name is Dolly Parton.
Oh,
yes,
I've heard of her.
and she's donated millions of dollars
Yeah.
to donate to foundations. Things
I
like
think
that.
she hasn't like reached the millionaire stage, something like that.
Yes,
Because she
Because
has
she
always
gives.
donated her money.
yes, and that's like a good thing. Like if you made some of profit, you don't need all that money.
You're not obligated to like donate all of it, but it's nice, and you cannot claim to be a good person if you're not doing it.
You're not doing everything. Like obviously, if you're doing nothing bad, you can be a bad person, but you're not a good person either. Like
Yeah, that's why
Maybe
morally
not-
great
maybe
people
like
exist.
in a neutral way.
yes, and people that are like, that's not my problem, but you're also not going to affect it directly. Like, what's the point? And I don't know. Also, is the fact that we can't help much, like in our position, because we live in Ecuador, a country that doesn't have much foundations, from what I know, and doesn't have that much connections and that much money, and also we normally depend on our parents' money, so we can't do much. But there's things like donating just small amounts, because if everyone of the minors donated like $1 in all of our school, they will be like $1,000.
And there's also volunteering. Students like us, they volunteer in their own schools, they create campaigns, and all of that to raise awareness. And that doesn't justify our idlessness. Like, we just stand still and do nothing.
Yes.
And there are many people taking action, and I think we should step into that world and, well,
like
take it.
missionaries, for example. And also this is for student participation. Student participation. That's the
Lasallian Apostolic Services.
Yes, the AS. Like in Spanish it's SAL, but in English will be LAS.
Something like that.
LAS. Yes.
Mhm.
It's just about you go out to different places. For example, Funsiva. I went to Funsiva last week. It's the fact that you give people not material things, but you can also give them smiles, because I think that's one of the things of faith in action. Like maybe you're not helping them with material things, but you can help their soul, because there are people that are not only poor in material but like poor in souls and things like that.
I think our
Yeah.
founder is a prime example of that, because he educated both his children in, well, obviously in literature and other stuff, but he also taught them about religion. And
values.
yes, and that's why I think that many people are too rational. So being a little irrational at times is good. Like, for example, believing in God. You don't have to be secular at all times. And just believing in something can do you good both mentally and physically, and
Yeah,
can
like having
inspire
faith
you
in
to
something.
do other stuff for people.
I think the message from the exhortation, the Dilexi is not only for us Christians, like Catholicism. It's for all people, no matter if you are Muslim, you are a Christian, or even if you don't believe in God.
Even if
Yeah.
you don't believe in any God, because
You-
Muslims believe in their own God,
you are
that's
im-
Allah. And I think that's how it's pronounced, Allah.
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 Uh-huh.
And they believe in their own God as well. Jews believe in other gods as too, evangelists and atheists. It's
There are
like,
some religions that
Yeah.
are polytheists.
But I think that the main message from this exhortation is that it invites us all to go and take like doing actions that will help our world as it is now today. We have seen mostly on social media that people have become greedy. They have a lack of empathy nowadays. I think I heard a case about like a girl that
Natalie
was
Reynolds.
yes.
That's really right now.
I hate her so much, but it's because the fact
It
that
is not. We are not spreading hate. We're not spreading hate.
Yeah.
We're just
Yeah.
But
criticizing the actions of a person, the bad actions of
it's
someone.
it's
Disclaimer.
the thing. The thing is that she offered a homeless woman
Yes.
$20 if she jumped off.
In an icy lake.
Yeah.
Ice
Jumped
lake.
in an icy lake.
And like she told her she don't know how to swim. But she told her she will give her the $20 if she did that. And of course she did, because
Obviously,
20
yeah,
bucks,
someone
20
is
bucks
needed for
will
it's
mean
20
a lot
bucks.
to
It's
her.
like a
It would be
fortune for
like
them.
an entire meal, and sometimes
A
they don't
fast
eat for
meal
days.
sometimes.
Yes.
It's a meal at the end of the day.
Yes.
Yes, and I think she didn't. She didn't
No,
give.
she didn't give them the 20 bucks.
Yeah.
I saw a bit about it. She
Um,
didn't give them the 20 bucks. She recorded, laughed, and just as the one was drowning, she just ran off. Was like, oh, okay, we gotta
That's
go.
why she was getting cancelled out, I think.
Yes,
Mhm.
I think that's the
Yes.
reason.
Most
also-
of people when happens in.
Sorry, sorry.
Okay,
That's
no,
me.
it's okay. But most of people, when they see these kind of things happening, the first thing to do is to grab their cell phones, like,
And just,
and start
just
recording.
filming,
Like, that's nasty.
Like, do
Why
something
don't you do
about it.
that?
That's why it is like those kind of people, because they're turning people suffering to some kind of circus, some kind of entertainment for people on social
Yes.
media. And that's really concerning, because where's the empathy? Where's,
yeah,
you know,
and also
you're my
not
brother.
empathy about, for example, there was this trend that was popular among teenagers in the United States, I think. Well, among the English speakers in TikTok. So the thing is that there was for example, there was this group or this person that was like, hey, come you film us, like to someone that they thought was ugly. And the thing is that they put, for example, it's
They
like,
started
can you-
dancing.
yes.
No.
Like that. Can you film me? Yeah. And
Okay.
it's like that, and they just
Oh,
boom, flip the camera, so
But
it
like,
feels
it's backwards,
yes.
so
And they
it's
take
just-
photos of that
so
person.
they, like,
Yes. And
Take them like by
a joke.
That's
yeah,
non-consensual.
because they
A
think they're
joke.
ugly, and sometimes people weren't even ugly, or they were just children that was very cute, and they were like often smiling because they thought they were helping a group
Someone
filming
else.
themselves, and they were like, oh my god, that's
They
so-
even
that's
make
so fun.
they even make like a gesture, like they were grabbing their noses and doing something
yeah,
Disgust.
so
like
like,
that.
it was like a dance, like oh up, and they flip the camera, something like that.
Yeah.
What? It's the first time I'm hearing about it. I'm
But-
going to be honest.
Yes.
It's crazy how nowadays our world has turned out to be like this.
The lack of empathy is really concerning.
Yeah.
Really concerning. About
Yeah.
thinking about the times that we're passing through, being like we're on necessity right now, and
There are wars going
yes,
on
there
right
were
now.
so much wars going on, like the ones in Gaza and between
Mhm.
Palestine and Israel,
Israel.
and for example Ukraine and Russia, and like why? And for example, with Trump's presidency now in United States, having so many immigrants just kicked out of the country with nothing.
Even
They usually take just the father when you're out in the streets with your family, and they get it's like they take their father first and something like that.
yes,
And then they take the children.
yeah, and sometimes
Yeah.
it's like awful. It is awful because you're taking, for example, I saw a video of a girl that was filming when she was screaming, and I saw the people. I scrolled the video pop and I was like, oh, what's she screaming? And she was screaming, filming like a car going away, and I was like, what's happening? I read the description. She said that she had little brothers. Her mother was waiting for a baby, so their family was waiting for a baby.
Mhm.
She was
Oh.
expecting. Her
Her
mother
mother-
didn't. Yes, she was expecting a baby. Oh, yes. Her mother didn't have a job. The only one that
The only source of income.
the other source of income was
Was
her
her.
father, and ICE took their father away from them. And their father
You
was a
gotta be
good
kidding
person.
me.
He paid the taxes and everything. He was a working man for his family. And like if you're kicking someone out, have a reason to give them out. And also there's people that go as immigrants because of necessity, and they can have
Of
like
course.
10 years waiting for
Almost nobody wants
Their-
to leave their home because
Yes,
you
no
have
one
your
wants to leave their
family, you
home.
have your brothers, your sisters.
you have everything there. You're leaving everything, and if you leave everything from your home, it's because you have a very good reason to leave.
You don't do it for necessity, like you do it because you need to.
Yes.
My father is an immigrant, if I'm being honest with you all. He's an immigrant and he hates it much, so very much, because he's away from his family. He misses them daily. And he has the idea of, as soon as my brother and I graduate, we will go and live in his home country because he can't stand being away from his family.
So, yes, it's so horrible. Like living out of necessity, Sounds pretty awful.
I think it's hard to live that kind of way. I mean, you do it because of a good reason, as you all have mentioned.
Yes.
But it hurts to know that you are leaving your heart behind.
And it's
Yes,
worse
and-
when you're a family person.
Yes, and also
Mhm.
I've seen videos of people saying when you become an immigrant, you're an immigrant everywhere, even if you're home country.
Yeah,
And that's
if
so-
you come back, it
Yeah.
feels like you
don't really
left-
belong.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're like
Everything
left
has changed over the past years. Well, while you weren't there, everything still kept going on and on.
I
You
have a
Yes.
feel
friend
like a
that
stranger.
went to Spain to live because of his father. His father already lived there, and her mother wasn't there. They are divorced,
Oh, okay.
but she's always feeling something like misplaced. She doesn't feel like she belongs there, or like.
She feels a stranger in her own home.
Yeah.
And when she came back once, I think a year ago, and everything was
It's different.
her home, her home was near her late school, and her school had been on a fire. I don't know why, but
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think she might be in tears because just coming back to that will be like so heartbreaking. Also, the thing with about migration is that sometimes when you migrate to another country, the people of that country are normally like very
They harass you.
Yes, harass people.
Or
immigrants.
they
Go
keep
back
their
and
distance.
Go
That's the
back
thing
to your
about
country.
Lack of empathy. The phrase like "go back to your country, go back to your place you belong." Like people that are immigrants
Xenophobia.
will be, yes, and I think that's about the lack of empathy.
I think also
That we were
it's
talking
because.
about.
I'm sorry.
But
I think it's also because the way they're raised. Like, for example, in the United States, I have a few
Friends.
family members there.
Oh, okay.
And they, since, well, they are Latinos, they cannot, like, get used to how's the culture there. Because when you step into a subway, for example, everyone ignores you because everyone is minding their own business.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, my dad was once there, and he offered his seat to someone who needed it. An elderly woman with her child or something, with her niece, I think.
Yeah, this one just
Yeah.
didn't see it.
And she looked at him like,
Oh, with a disgusting face. No.
yeah, because they're not
I
used
thi-
to that.
Yeah, why are people raising kids like that?
They
That's
think
the
it's an
thing.
offense.
Yeah, I also
Yeah.
think that.
Allegedly, I don't
But
think so.
I think that that's the main point of we are know that this is happening, and that's also what the exhortation tells us, that this is happening, this is real, that they want us to do something.
that's
They
the
invite
first
us-
step
They
to
invite us
realize
to do
what's
something,
happening.
to take
Yes.
action, and to not brag it about. There is a part in the gospel that tells us, do not let your left hand know what your right hand does. I think it's very meaningful nowadays, people on social media bragging about how I give a homeless person money,
A meal.
food.
Yes.
Maybe when they start recording, maybe they take away that
The
food they
things
give,
they
all the things they give, and that's what we are not supposed to do. We are supposed to give, we are supposed to care, and we are supposed to love, because we see Jesus in the poor.
That's why Dilexi emphasizes on the idea that faith without works is dead. That's actually a really true statement, but I think that some people don't take it like the right way. Like she said, some people just record people,
Yes,
like
just
they're
for
doing good
views
actions,
and-
but that's not a good intention.
They're
Yes.
raising awareness, but
Yeah, but other people are
Yes.
really
There are
weird.
like
And
some cases, for example, I don't know, like a foundation that films videos about, for example, a pet foundation, an animal foundation, and they have a lot of dogs and cats, and they film funny videos about them to raise money in their platforms.
because of the interactions.
Yes, because of interactions. And okay, that's a valid reason to not brag, but to tell other people, hey, we're having this foundation.
We want to
donate."
inspire you.
Yes, also to inspire people to help others. I think we haven't talked about helping cats and dogs on the streets, or animals in general on the streets,
Yeah.
because we've literally humans made them independent to us. And I think that faith in action is not only to humans but also to every single living
Human being.
No,
Like
human
other
being,
animals,
but
for
living
example.
being.
Living being.
Human being.
Okay, not human, but human being.
Cats and dogs are human beings now.
Do you remember the deers on the streets?
Yes.
Yeah,
there
those
was a
reels.
video of, I think
They
it was
were
Japan.
bowing down to
Yes,
people,
there was
but
the deer bowing
no
down.
one paid them attention.
I
They
thought
were-
it was a social prank, but I see no. I thought it was a social prank, but now I
No,
know.
I
No,
thought it
it
I
wasn't.
thought it too, but it was like a little poor deer just bowing their head to get food, and no one was paying attention to them. And so in the video, a woman literally hit their head with her handbag. And how can you do it?
I think it
And
was
we're
because-
responsible for that because we have taken their territories.
Yes,
Yes, exactly. We have taken
habitat.
it's their habitat. They are supposed to be there, and we as humans have destroyed. We have polluted the
Appropriated.
With human activity.
Yeah, human activity has bring us down to climate change. The temperatures are rising. We
New
are-
buildings are being.
Yes,
There's
and
also topics of consumerism. For example, in the
Yes.
United
Oh,
States,
yes.
where it's very common, both with food, with stuff.
We also talk about this in the talk show number 1. If you want to see that
Oh,
advertisement.
okay.
But that's the main reason why Pope Leo 14 invites us to cultivate empathy and humility, to do something, to try and do something, and to not brag it about, like
Obviously, you can tell someone, "Oh, I did this," so they
yeah,
can do it
don't.
too.
Yeah, that's the
want
same
in the end-
spirit that Pope Francis had before he passed away.
Yes, and
Yeah.
in the end, no, the world won't change because someone screamed "I love you" the loudest, but because someone chose to live it quietly and in peace, doing all the things that he could do, like the person could do, but to make really a change, not because they expect to be praised or to have like recognition, but just because they come from their heart and because they want them. They
Yeah,
want
that's
it.
what
That's a very
integrity
cute
is about also.
conclusion. That's a very good conclusion. I think I would just say, like, do what you can. Like, if you have a limit of money to donate, it's okay. Donate what you can, because after all, even if it's a cent, every foundation will be thankful for just and not only money, because there's a foundation, I think, in the center of the city that welcomes people, like a nursing home, welcomes people that has a family member with cancer. For example, there's people that come from the high mountains to get treatment here, and they have their family members in hospitals, and they don't have anywhere to live, so they just go there, and you can bring food and things like that.
And take care of them, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and let's not go even far to giving material things like money, like toys, like food, but also provide like emotional
Support.
You can do that by
like
Yes.
Melanie said at the start of the podcast, like when they go to the
Yes.
nursing home.
to nursing homes, they went. They gave things, but they also gave company to those people.
Well, there were like prizes for games because we played games with them.
Yeah, but they also provided company.
Yeah,
you
company,
provided
happiness,
them
They
music.
they always feel like
Music.
solitary
Salsa
because
choque.
no one is talking to them. But like when you go there and they feel that they're not alone. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
And
there
they
is
can be
someone.
important for
Mhm.
someone.
One
This is
time-
very cute.
Because
That's
they're
very
often
valuable.
like abandoned by their own families.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, we go there. We normally see like elderly women or men that are not visited anymore by their families, and that's very sad. That is very sad. It's probably because I don't know. There's elderly people that can talk like a lot, and they communicate. By I don't know. This, for example, there was a woman that I was seated with, and she was like tapping the table so we can pay attention to her and say a few words. But even like that, if you pass 5 minutes with her, you will understand what she said. It's the fact that people just don't feel that to help others.
Like
And you can
They
have
don't
that connection
the
with her
sense of
with that
empathy.
short amount of time.
On one hand, you can give people food if they needed to, like give a homeless person money to spend, or like some clothes. But on the other hand, you can also provide them a spiritual, like in some way spiritually company, like emotional support, as you said, Carol, and also like you can be there
Yes,
for
because
them.
for
You can.
It's not that difficult to be with them. It
Yeah.
is really easy because you have that want or need to talk to someone, and you see them, and you're like, oh, I'll have a nice conversation with them. You can tell them experiences you have, because when they are older, they can also be wise.
Yes, normal people are older or wise because they have much experience than us. Like, if someone lives, I don't know, 80 years and we live 15 years, obviously there's a big difference in what their experiences and what they've lived, and they can also like tell you, okay, take wise decisions. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like take my knowledge. Oh my god. Yes, I don't know, because obviously there's not only poverty in material things and poverty in like spiritually, also poverty in health, like going to hospitals to keep company of people that are fighting for their lives. There's poverty in a lot of things because people as humans lack a lot of things, but the thing is
Lack of empathy.
lack of empathy,
Like,
lack
it has
of
many
money, lack
phases.
of resources, lack of
Discrimination.
yes, discrimination is
Cultural
also a poverty of
deprivation.
knowledge.
Huh?
I think discrimination comes as poverty of knowledge.
I think that's
Lack of
true.
education as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Or the lack of rights, for example. Not many people get to express their own rights in a country. Like Venezuela is one.
Yes. Like
You go
democratic
there
rights.
and many people cannot even afford a good meal, you know,
Yeah, I
because
think-
everything is so
It's
pricey.
so pricey, yes. So I think we can conclude just saying you can read the exhortation Dilexi
We
or
invite you
not
to.
if you want to.
Yes.
We're obviously not obligating you to do that, but just taking action, not their faith, because you don't have. There's people that don't believe in anything, and that's okay. You don't have to, but at least you have to
They do
believe in
something.
love. You have to believe that people can be empathetic, and you have to be that proof.
You
There's
have
also
to put
something
in
I like.
practice- Sorry, you have to put in practice
Oh.
like this lifestyle that is shaped by love, shaped by
Mhm.
empathy, and to love all of people. no
To
matter-
follow God's
To forgive.
No,
teachings.
no,
Jesus was
you
a
can
human
follow
because
God.
he was the most complete expression of love in humans.
Yes.
Yes.
That's my
But-
conclusion.
Yeah, it's a very
He was poor
conclusion.
himself.
But also for the people that are not in our religion, it's like a lifestyle filled by love.
yes. Okay. That was a pretty good chat, a very good talk show. Thanks for being here. Thanks for talking talking to me. So like, subscribe, and share.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.